Queensland tourism can finally open back up to all interstate visitors after the Premier announced the state will reopen its border 4 days earlier than expected. Tough travel restrictions will come down from December 13. That's at 1 a.m. Joining us live now is the Director of Cairns Adventure Group, Roderic Rees. Good to see you again, Roderic. Hope all is well. First of all, your reaction to the announcement.
Yeah, morning, Pete. Thanks for having me. Look, great announcement yesterday. We're thrilled to see that we're opening up and that we're definitely opening. It is only 4 days early, we know that, but we hope it goes a long way to rebuilding some of that consumer confidence in our key markets of Sydney and Victoria, and New South Wales and Victoria. And we're thrilled that there's some certainty around the borders and that the Palaszczuk government hasn't taken a super conservative approach given the new strain spreading around Australia, which could have been the case. So
what issues, if any, do you have, Roderic?
Look, the testing is 72 hours before. I can understand that, but 5 days later in the middle of a holiday, I mean, come on, that's a little ridiculous, isn't it? I'm hoping that the Queensland Health Directive, which will be announced shortly, will address that issue because I don't think anyone wants to come into Queensland for a holiday and then take a test 5 days later. But
no, I mean, I was thinking that too. You might even find that day 5 might work out to be Christmas Day for a lot of people. So can they be even guarantee that testing clinics will be open? Yeah,
well, that's up to the government to make sure that there's enough testing facilities around and that we let our travellers know where they can get that testing done. So I think there's a few hurdles for the government to overcome there, and I got my fingers crossed that they may review that when the directive comes out.
Okay, so you've managed to hold on. In our last discussion, it was probably a few months ago now, Roderic. Things were pretty dire. Have they improved at all?
No, is the short answer. It's been a really tough period, the hardest period in the pandemic for our business. We're suffering a big workforce shortage, and so if you don't mind, I'll take this opportunity to reach out to any qualified whitewater rafting guides or experienced tour guides in the country. The borders are opening on the 13th, guys, and hopefully we'll have work for you on the 14th. So make your way up to Cairns, and we've got plenty of work going around. But that's been our big struggle, is the workforce shortage and the lack of customers. So hopefully we can take some positive steps with this announcement to start to rebuild. But as you know, it's going to be a long, slow process. But we're committed to making that happen.
Good point. So would you be urging that the current pause on international students, skilled migrants, etc., will be it?
That's got a big impact on us. That's where a lot of our workforce comes from and a lot of our customers. So to see that lifted and get those people back into the country would be fantastic for us. And we'd hope that there's no barrier to inclusion for people to come into Queensland, but that level playing field across the whole country would be what we're looking for.
So,
and I'm
just going to jump in there because as things stand at the moment, if you come in from another country and you go to Queensland, you're going to have to quarantine for 14 days. So even if that ban or that pause is lifted, there's still going to be a delay of a few more weeks when it comes to international students, skilled migrants, or those workers that you need. I mean, so you're going to have some issues for a little while longer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a case that these skilled workers and uni students, they're going to go wherever there's the least resistance. So I think what we'll find is a lot of those people going to New South Wales. That's something that needs to be addressed by the Queensland government immediately, and we need to get on a national consensus that's the same all over, so that we're not suffering, further problems and limits to our rebuild economically.